Hello, my lovelies. Hello, my beauties. Hope everybody is doing great. My name is Diana. Namaste to all of you. I always wish you love and light every day, all day. Hey, high vibration. Hello guys, today's gonna be a video that I wanted to do for a very long time. I'm gonna wait for people to get into the room. Welcome to my channel. Today's gonna be a video about what is shadow work and why do I need it. I'm also give you, so take out your notebooks. Welcome everybody, take out your pens if you want to take some notes. But it's something that is very important for each and every person in order for you to release the past, release the wounds, heal the past, welcome Anna, and we'll be able to move forward and see the light at the end of the tunnel. Basically, for some others people, it is also called Dark Night of the Soul. Please make sure you subscribe, you share, you like, and you comment, and you hit that notification bell so you could be notified about new videos when I go live every time. Also, please make sure you also hit that likes up, those thumbs up. It does greatly help the channel so I could give you more free content. You could also take your notes. You could put a candle. I put on my yellow candle for Oshun goddess and the solar plexus chakra. The intention for you guys, this video might be not for everyone. If you're going through a hard time, it might be for you guys so you could know much more information. My intention right now for you guys, for my soul family, is to work on yourself, find out what is the shadow work, and be able to heal yourself, your mind, your body, and your soul. So let's get this started. I took some notes. If you want to take some, I'll give you examples of the cards. It'll be much, I'll give you examples. I took out some cards, laid some cards, what exactly that you need to work on, what exactly you need to know and understand, acknowledge. This is a very important topic that not everybody wants to talk about. Thank you, Anna, for being here. This is welcome, Saru. And this is very important for individuals who really have conflict with themselves, with family, who have conflict with what's going on inside of them, who cannot release anything. So let's get this started, guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your love, your shares, and beautiful Orvi, and for your like. Please do share my videos. I hope they do help you. If you do want a personal reading, you can go to the about section, email me, or you can go in the comment section. I will pin it. I will pin there my Anna moderator. There's all the information you need to how to reach me. Now, again, set those intentions, set the intent, look at the candle. Okay, my solar plexus chakra candle, also candle for love, candle for prosperity and abundance. Yellow is for, and set that intention. Take one moment for yourself. What do you want this video to give you? Hope you're learning something. So take a full breath. Release all the stress and anxiety that you're going through, and look at the candle and set that intention for what you want. Okay, guys? All right. Now let's get all the negative energy out. I'm going to ring my bell. And let's start. Now, what exactly is shadow work? Shadow work is the ability, my soul family, to integrate the shadow, a special part of the unconscious, with the conscious self. Many definitions characterize the shadow as the bad things about you. Some people think it is the dark magic, it is the black magic. No, it's not. Okay? You know, shadow work is everything. Again, I'm going to say shadow work is everything that you have pushed away all the years coming from childhood, or ignored even the good parts in your life. Shadow work is also becoming whole, evolving, growing, progressing forward, cleaning all the debris and garbage that you have been holding on to, repressing those feelings for a very, very long time, not being able to, being in denial, not being able to understand that you really need to go in that dark side of yourself. We all have our dark side. We all have a light side. And to understand, what do we want in our life? How could we fix what is going on in their life? If you're going through family problems, if you're going through fertility issues, if you're going through love problems, looking at those patterns in your life and understanding, why is this pattern happening over and over again? Now, why do we need shadow work and to do shadow work? Because I'm a light worker, I'm a spiritual healer, I'm clairvoyant, clairaudient. We're gonna evolve all the time. It's not a one thing that you do one time. I still keep doing all the time shadow work. You know, it's gonna be for years and years because we're evolving, we're transforming as human beings, we are changing. As we're changing and growing, there are things that we need to look at ourselves and admit ourselves, our positives, our negatives, our strength, our weaknesses. Okay? Not everybody, people are scared to go and dig deep inside to understand why are they still stuck? Why are they still not happy? What are they lacking? Why are they still stressed or anxiety? You need shadow work because ignoring threes, the problems doesn't make them go away. I'm going to say it again. Ignoring the problems doesn't make them go away. When you realize the shadow, you know, and when you realize it's actually what therapists often call the inner child, if you go to a psychologist or a therapist or a psychiatrist, you know, the inner child is like the part of your shadow work. It becomes really obvious why you can't ignore your shadow. There is something, child trauma, child abuse, sexual abuse, and you are repressing those feelings because you don't want to go there. But that doesn't mean you're not healing by repressing them. By opening them, by understanding what is the problem. Why are you stuck in that stagnation? Why can't you trust your lover, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband or wife? Why are you having trust issues? Why are you not having hope or belief? It's all because you're repressing, you're not working on your inner child. Your inner child is part of your shadow work. It's also, you need the shadow work to do, my beautiful soul family. It's a process of exploring your inner darkness. It is called the shadow self. We all have the dark side, the light side, the white side, the black side. You know, it uncovers the shadow self, every part of you that has been disowned, every part of you that has been repressed, every part of you that has been rejected. Not everybody wants to go deep there, but if you do not go deep there, you will not be able to go to the light. You will not be able to go through forgiveness. You'll be having anger and grudges and resentments. And for example, you see your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your husband or wife talking to another woman. I'm giving you an example. And when they do talk, you see them having a conversation, all of a sudden you're walking and he meets his ex-girlfriend and he stops to talk with her. And all of a sudden you're having that rage of jealousy. That is part of shadow work. Why are you jealous? Why are you not sure of yourself? That's because you didn't do your shadow work. You're holding that anger, that resentment, that grudge. But if you would, understand that your partner really truly loves you for who you are and accepts you for who you are and really believes you and believes in you. And just because he met this person, he didn't see you for a long time, you're just saying, hello, how are you? How are things with you? But some of us, we get that jealousy, and the jealousy takes over us. It is very important to know your value, to love yourself, to understand your worth, to understand what you are about. It is one of the most authentic paths to enlightenment, the shadow work. And that many people don't want to hear. It's not only about tarot, it's about working on yourself so you could be able to move forward. So forgiveness could come in, understanding. Now, examples, the questions that you would write, journaling is so important because the questions you would write, and you would ask yourself when it comes to shadow work. The first question, my soul family, is, who am I? You could write this down right now. I'll give you, who am I? The first question. That is all about the questions you ask, part of shadow work. The second question is, how can I release my greatest fears in my life? What can I do to release these fears? The third question is, what do I need to do to forgive myself? That is all part of shadow work, by working on yourself. The things that you did not want to look at, that you hid so much deep inside, you did not want to understand, you did not want to acknowledge them. The fourth question is, what do I need to let go of? Or who do I need to let go of? Very important, guys. People just watch the tarot and like that, but you need to understand what you are about and learn and learn. You know, this is a very important video, so do share this video with your loved ones, with your family, with your friends, because it is important to work and evolve. The fifth question, how can I strengthen my bonds with my loved ones, with my family, with my friends, with people who are close to me? What can I do? The sixth question is, what areas of my life need to be freed from outside influence? And the seventh question is, what is my full potential? These are all questions that are part of shadow work. These are all questions that you would write them down, and you need to really go deep inside to answer them. That's why spending time alone is very important. It's a must to work on yourself, to understand what are you all about, to understand, accept your positives and negatives, and get those negatives out. Not just, release them and ignore them, but release them. In order to release them, you have to accept them and digest them and understand them in order for you to heal. Because you will never be able to trust or love anybody else if you don't understand what is love, self-love is about. Now, Steve Wolf, one of the psychotherapists, and he's an author, wrote a lot of books. The quote that he says is that, Steve Wolf, beneath the social mask we wear every day, we have a hidden shadow side. An impulsive, wounded, sad, or isolated part that we generally, soul family, try to ignore. It can be a pathway to healing and an authentic life when we accept ourselves for who we are. Working on yourself and doing shadow work will help you, my soul family, to be whole again. Very important. It is not a dark practice. It is a practice that you need to acknowledge and understand. And you need to go to that unknown side to understand your light side. You need to face your demons and darknesses that are inside of you. You need to face those addictions that are inside of you. You need to face the behavior, okay? And your attitude, and understand what is going on. Yes, it's now 11:11. Now, steps to heal. There are steps to heal. And one of the steps to heal is very important when it comes to shadow work, is believing that you are worthy, my soul family, and things will get better. Doing those affirmations, waking up every day saying that you are beautiful and you are worthy and you are lovable. Understanding what you are about. Having that self-respect for yourself. Having that self-value is very important. The second step to healing is paying attention. Pay attention to the emotions that you are feeling. There is nothing wrong with being vulnerable. Again, I'm going to say, there is nothing wrong with being vulnerable. It's all about paying attention to what is going on around you. Who is around you? What are you suppressing? What do you need to release? What do you need to acknowledge? What do you need to accept? So forgiveness could come in. The third steps to healing is identifying your patterns. The patterns that you say for yourself. For example, I am not good enough. Yes, you are good enough. I am not lovable. I'm unlovable. Yes, you are lovable. I am not worthy. Yes, you are worthy. Doing those affirmations every day. And if you are in it, but by doing those affirmations, by saying them out loud, that's a part of the step to heal your inner child and do your shadow work. That is part of shadow work. The fourth step to healing my soul family is investigating your soul, your feelings objectively and with compassion. Understanding what are those feelings for, having compassion for them. Writing things down when I talk about always my soul family, journaling, journaling, and journaling, which is very important for your self growth. When you write it on the paper, that magic comes in, that healing comes in. That's why journaling is also the next step to healing. Okay, writing a letter to yourself is another part of healing, or to those that have hurt you in the past or even now recently. You don't have to send that letter to that person, but all feelings out. You can burn that letter afterwards to release and to let go. That is part of shadow work. That is part of healing. That is part of moving forward. That is part of having hope. That is part of understanding. Also, meditating is another step to heal yourself when it comes to shadow work. Forgiveness meditation, when you could do forgiveness meditation, which is very, very important. May you all be happy. May you be at peace. May you be free of suffering. Again, I'm going to say, may you all be happy. May you be at peace, and may you all be free of suffering, which is very, very important. Nurturing your inner child is another way to heal your shadow self, which is not easy. It goes all the way back to the childhood, your childhood wounds, your childhood traumas. But by ignoring them, by putting them so far away, they're going to come to surface again. And you need to do that shadow work so they will never come to again surface. You need to do it once and release and understand it. What is it all about? You need to also understand, wait till, what is acceptable, my soul family? What is unacceptable? Your wrongs, your rights. It all is about shadow work. Your strength and weakness is all about shadow work. You need to stop suppressing those feelings deep inside. You need to accept those feelings in order if you want to go from darkness to light. It's also the shadow work is all about the limited belief that we have that shows up in our personality and our behavior. Because sometimes we don't believe in yourselves because there's not work done, and work needs to be done. There's also tension in your body that you can feel because that means you did not do your shadow work. You know, we have to go from darkness in order for us to go to the light. We have to see ourselves in a dark side and accept the problems that we're suppressing for years, and understand them, accept them, digest them, write them down about those feelings. You could burn that letter, but then you will feel so much better. You will feel at peace. You will feel so much self-love. You will feel abundance and clarity coming in. Now, this is what I was going to talk about. But now, I will give you examples of the cards that I took so you can understand more. The most important thing about shadow work that you need to understand, okay, that you are not alone. That you are not alone. Your spirit guides, your ancestors, okay, your angels, the higher self in the universe is with you. Light a candle. Set that intention, what you want to do to the universe. And the universe will heal you and help you. We also need to learn how to breathe. Breathing is very important. Okay? We need to understand what is breath about, my soul family. Also, breathing and knowing that nothing is suffocating is also part of shadow work. You need to also, part of shadow work, like I said before, is letting go. Letting go of the outcomes and releasing all the emotional trauma and constraints that have held you back in the past. Letting go is very important, my soul family. Understanding what you're letting go of and knowing that doesn't no longer serve you is also part of the shadow work. Having hope is part of shadow work. Having understanding, having faith is also a really huge part of shadow work. Giving back, understanding what giving back is about. Giving somebody help that needs it is very important. Being vulnerable, it is a confirmation that you are seeking to tread into the unknown. Unfamiliar territory where decisions are based more on the intuition than rationality. Do not let your fear hold you back, my soul family. Okay? Being vulnerable is part of shadow work. Receiving is part of shadow work. In order to receive, you have to give. In order to give, you have to receive. Everything is vibrating energy. It's also about having gratitude as part of shadow work. Understanding what you are grateful for, who you're grateful for, why are you here, who are you? Self-love is a huge part of shadow work. That's where shadow work is going to come out. You're going to start having that self-love for yourself. You're going to start having that self-worth and self-respect and self-value for yourself. Taking a moment, embracing your good and bad, embracing the dark, understanding why it took you so many years to repress and suppress those feelings. Being by yourself, taking out time to be by yourself, but understanding taking a moment for yourself is a very important part of shadow work also. I'm giving you examples by the cards so you can see it's easier for you to understand. Forgiveness, which is the most important part, is part of shadow work. What not many people can do, but once you learn how to forgive, you will learn how to do your shadow work and you'll be able to move forward to a stable, firm foundation. Reaching out to somebody that needs help, reaching out to yourself, opening up that heart chakra. You see how the person touches their hearts? Because the heart chakra is closed. Having trust, trusting yourself, trusting your intuition, and knowing that you need to do more knowledge and accept yourself. And you need to do more knowledge about shadow work, but reaching out to yourself, understanding that love towards yourself. Cleansing your body, your mind, your soul. Nourishing your body, your mind, your soul. Taking those Epsom salt bath. Using sage or Palo Santo or any incense. Using crystals to protect your energy. Using salt to protect your energy. It could be white salt or black salt. Understanding the knowledge, what you have within yourself. Getting support from your angels, from your spirit guides, from your family. Thank you, Anna. Getting support from the loved ones, but getting support from the higher self also will help you to find who you are and to work on your shadow work. And most important thing is finding your center, which is so important, will help you, and staying connected will help you also with the higher self, with your angels. Knowing and believing and trusting, surrendering to the divine will help you to move forward and be able for you to work more on shadow self. The second part of the cards, I want to talk to you about shadow work. What is about? It's about being at solitude, being by yourself, knowledge as power, doing research. What is shadow work? Writing things out, reading a book or a journal or a blog and getting more information, how to work on yourself, being by yourself, understanding that you are happy with yourself, you are content with yourself, that you are worthy of yourself. Balancing your energy, balancing your chakras, balancing your mind, your body, and your soul is all part of shadow work too. Sacrificing. This is a really important thing. Sacrificing something in your life and understanding, coming to a compromise. What exactly do you need to do? Where exactly you're heading forward? What exactly do you need to release? Who exactly you need to release? Having strength to overcome the obstacles, removing those obstacles, coming out in power is part of shadow work. Having victory is part of shadow work. Moving on from turbulent waters, moving on to much better things, moving on to love and light, getting out of that darkness, but accepting that darkness, acknowledging that darkness, opening up those wounds, understanding that's part of shadow work. Suffering in silence is because you're not doing any shadow work. Suffering in silence because you are repressing those feelings that are suppressed for years and years. It will not get you anywhere. By suffering in silence, by being discontent and bored in your life, will just bring you stress and anxiety. By feeling emotional loss in your life, will bring you only blockages. By feeling that you have obstacles and challenges, it's all about shadow work. That means you need to step forward. You need to put that step forward and do the shadow work. By feeling that you are in conflict and you are defeated, that means you did not do this work. By feeling disruption and temptation, like the Zell energy, like feeling broken inside, that means you need to really work on your shadow self. By feeling heartache and loss, a breakup, by feeling discontent, by feeling so sorry for yourself, by self-sabotaging yourself, is part of the shadow self. By being in mental conflict, by being confused, not knowing what you want in your life, not knowing what choice you need to make in your life, not knowing which door to open because there's so many adjacent possibilities. There's so many choices. Decision needs to be made because you didn't do your shadow work. You didn't work on yourself. You didn't accept yourself for who you are. You didn't accept yourself for your wrongs. Having temptation, the devil energy. Having that, addictions, drug addictions, sex addictions, pornographic, any kind of addictions. This is all about, learning how to release that devil energy. Learning how to release that demon. And by doing that, there needs to be shadow work done. By being trapped in fear. That self-sabotage mode. By having deception and envy. That Seven of Swords. That heartbreak. Why are we having those patterns all the time? Because you need to go deeper in yourselves and understand maybe it's not for everybody this reading, but it is for someone. It is for someone. Let me know in the comments if it did help you, this reading. I hope it does. It opens up your eyes. It's not only about watching tarot and the zodiac sign all the time. It's about your work, yourself. And now I'm ready to talk about this, but understanding your value. Then you will be able to go to your firm foundation. Then you'll be able to go through transformation. Thank you, Urvi. Then you'll be able to go through changes by doing that shadow work, by working on yourself, by accepting your negatives, by accepting your faults, by accepting the things that you really, really want to change in your life that you never looked at it. You will be able to have a firm foundation in your life. You'll be able to have a commitment in your life. You'll be able to have a loving relationship in your life. You'll be able to have, maybe a marriage in your life, a further huge commitment and love in your life. You're welcome, Anna. What is the shadow self? By looking at yourself, there's the dark side and the light side. This is the shadow. It's all about accepting the yin and the yang. It's all, what is a twin flame? They're working on yourself. Once you start healing, a wiser runner, wiser, a chaser. Because it's all about, because you're not ready. You didn't do your shadow work. You didn't do your shadow self. You did not accept anything. That's why your twin flame is running away from you. Another video for me to do. But this is all about shadow. Once you accept your shadow self, which is not easy. Yeah, you'll be emotional. Yeah, you'll be crying. That is part of shadow work, accepting who you are. Understanding that no matter what happens, you are victorious. Looking at your bad and goods and understanding that what is the bad side about. But from the bad side, from darkness, you'll come to light. Being aware. Awareness is very important. Using your intuition. Opening up your third eye chakra and crown chakra. Part of shadow work. Seeing the truth, being honest with yourself. The best thing is you cannot expect honesty from others. But the best thing for damn sure is you can accept honesty from yourself. Seeing the truth in what you're doing. Using your intuition. Using your intuition. Listening to your body for a message. Very important. Using and listening to your intuition, very important. Standing your grounds, understanding what you want, that you are going to be victorious, is that the closer you came out to victory. Having patience with yourself, because shadow work is all about patience. It could take you years, it could take you months, it could take you days to release all that pain from before. But this will lead you all, after you went to 4 major cards we have, to hope. That light is shining up on you. It is leading to rest and rejuvenation, because you need to really accept yourself. You need to get grounded. You need to understand what you did is huge. You will feel more empowered. You will feel much lighter. You will feel much stronger. But rest and rejuvenation is important for your mind, body, and soul. And the 2 last cards, which are very important: spiritual strength. You're coming out of that dark night of the soul. You're victorious in victory, and the light is shining up on you. It is so important. The light is shining up on you. I wanted to give examples of the cards because a lot of people just talk about it and people don't understand what is shadow work. And the last I took the cards are from Sacred Rebels. They're very important, very major. Shadow work is also about defending to the end the worthwhile. Owls could be synchronicities. Yeah, when you do your shadow work, I'm going to go dig deep because I am a spiritual healer. I want you to heal, guys. That's part of my job, to come here on this planet and to help you and guide you, guys. That's my calling. And you see this woman, her makeup is running, and it's bad because she's starting to accept her dark side. She's letting go of these things that she was suppressing for years. She's coming out stronger and victorious. Shadow work is about seeing the true you. This woman is looking in the mirror, the shadow of herself in the water. She's understanding who she is. She's understanding, why didn't she do this before? Why did she suffer in silence for a very long time? Why didn't she want to try to do shadow work before? Shadow work is also about following your own rhythm. It's always about, working on that inner child. You don't have to be like everybody else. Everybody is special in their own ways, but you need to accept and follow your own path. We all have our own path. It's also about inspiration, inspiring, being inspired by others. They made you to do stuff, being inspired by yourself, but it's about inspiration in your life, seeing that light shining up on you at the end. Nobody cares about the beginning or the middle. We care about the result. We don't care about 2 + 2. We care about the result, the 4. There is always a solution to every to a problem. Shock of the new, part of shadow work. You'll be shocked what things that you're going to open up once you ask yourself those questions. Who am I? Probably, what do I need to know? You'll start to identify yourself, and you start to really understand, dissect yourself in a little piece to understand what are you all about. But there will be the shock of the new, a totally transformed new person who is stronger, who is beautiful, who's motivated, who is inspired, and you're going to feel so much light. You'll feel like pounds getting off of you. Shadow Soul is about releasing the dark wounds and allowing love to live. Releasing it. Like I said, write a letter or go by the water or do a bonfire. Release what needs to be released, and you'll be able to move on. It's also about after the storm. No, they're going to be like, yeah, we'll bring you the storm. There could be a shitstorm afterwards. Yeah, I'm doing super chat. It's always about, super chat is open. It's always about, the after the storm. What is going on? It's always about the owl as a synchronicity, huge, having dreams. Understanding that, yeah, you will go through a hard time, that shadow self. Things can happen right now. There's a lot of problems, but this will lead to happiness. That sun will be shining on you. It's also about shadow self, about feeling free from judgment and free to love. Feeling free from judgment and free to love. Okay? You could also email me, Maggie, for one question, $11.11, if you feel more comfortable feeling free. Yeah, Maggie, if you do not want me to talk about this on live, you could email me also. $11 for one question, or you could do a reading. It's up to you, however you're comfortable. But I will start doing live readings next week also. It is also about what you want wants you. But some of you guys do not know what you want. And by doing shadow work, you will understand that what you really want is wanting you. And this could be things from ages and years ago that you're suppressing. By learning how to receive, by having faith and know that this process of shadow work is very difficult. It's not easy. But by accepting yourself for who you are and know time is healing, it is very important. Bring it into form. Afterwards, you'll be able to, when you do your shadow work, you'll be able to move forward. Afterwards, you'll be able to be prosperity. You'll be able to have victory in your life. It's about 2 steps forward, not stagnation, but forward movements. It's about having inner trust. You will find out the inner trust within yourself when you do shadow work. Every journey is going to start with a single step. After you do your shadow work, you're going to be on a spiritual journey. There's going to be a lot of doors opening up to you. Yes, Maggie, you could repeat the process until you're fully healed. If you feel that you're writing things down, you could burn after. But if you feel like you're writing things down, Maggie, sorry, I was answering a question for my subscriber, that you need to do it until you are fully ready. You're always doing shadow. We're always evolving and changing and transforming. But as long as you're doing the release, is very important. Just know what is already is with you. You're going to come to life afterwards. Look at this woman, how she's in darkness. She's in a dark night of the soul. You feel that she's sad because she didn't do her. She's just started to do her work. But she will come on top afterwards. The word wants to be written, journaling, again, cries and tears in her eyes. But this will bring her to the light because this person is ready to work on themselves. This person is ready to accept their wrongs. This person is ready to work on their personality and characteristics and traits and understand what a shadow work is all about. Restore and replenish, like I said before. You could feel like this right now, all tied up. You could feel right now with a toxic person. You could be right now in a toxic situation. But no, restore and replenish is so important for your body, mind, and soul. You need to focus on the light, guys, afterwards. And focus on the light when you're doing shadow work. Know that you will come on the top and victorious in every single way. And another card that just really, really gets to me when I talk about shadow work, because I wanted to lay out the cards so you could more understand, is the number 22. She feels, she knows. Some of you, look at her face, how sad. Look at those dark eye circles under her eyes. Look at those sad eyes right there. You know, thank you so much. Look at how she is. You can donate, guys, if you want to the super chat, if you're wishing, if you want a question to be answered. I will start doing live reading, or you could also email me, and you can go to my website to book a reading also. I'm answering one question for $11.11. Shadow work is really important because she feels, she knows. Once you start to open those eyes, and not to be blindfolded, once you're starting to feel and being vulnerable with yourself and understanding what you know, you will feel and you will know. Yes, you're going to be in that stage for a little bit because that's part of working on yourself. It's part of working and moving forward. This will lead you to the power of attraction, to a twin flame soulmate relationship, to love, to new beginnings. When it comes to career and finance, you will feel so much at ease and you will feel much in a higher vibration. That power of attraction. But in order to get that power of attraction, you need to go she feels, through she knows, in order to come to the light. You're coming from darkness to the light. Darkness to the light. Again, darkness to the light. This is very, very important, guys. This was your reading. Now, if there is any more topics that you really want to talk about, guys, you could really email me and let me know. okay? Because I would love to give you the subject. This is not an easy subject to talk about, but it is very, very important. I love you guys. You have a beautiful Sunday. And if you want to, and I'll talk to you soon, okay? Stay safe, be always cool, and be happy, and work on yourselves. Bye, guys.